If this water bottle was filled to here, about, that would be normal. It's only to here. And if I call the company and inform them that their water bottle is not full enough, they will say, but that's the way it comes and there's nothing they can do about it. Yes, but I have landlords right now who say, if you don't have the money to pay the rent on the 1st of July, you have to get out on the 1st of July. And I don't have the money. Which way do you want it? I call the water company, I say, this is not worth a full payment transaction with a cashier because it's not a full bottle of water. It's not full all the way to the top, but the cap, this is intact so that I can drink it at all. I'm going to open it now. So that's what I paid the cashier for. But I didn't pay the cashier. Somebody gave this to me who paid the cashier for myself to have this. But they paid the cashier for themselves when they were in the store and they were making their way out of the store and out to the parking lot. That's why they paid the cashier, was standing there waiting, right? Well, this is not a full bottle of water. Why didn't the water just leave the store? Because it's not a full bottle. Because the cap was still intact that I just opened in front of you. Well, I would like all of God's problems that he just let go out the door around this bottle of water to be deceased in my favor. Because if I was God, that would mean that I had a problem. Well, I'm the soul of the superior founder. Everything that is not myself is beneath myself in this world and everywhere. I move everything with myself deceased. And I find that the superior founder, which is beneath myself, is skipping all of the motions that it is for himself to do something for myself with his own omnipotence, which is what? It wouldn't involve another human being. Oh, you don't have that solved. If a human being is not able to help me because they're illegal, alive shunts of human beings that don't believe in myself, if that's the reason that I'm here, because they don't believe in myself, I cannot rely on them to give me food, clothing, and shelter I need for myself, and then use the superior founder to move all of the world around myself and give a deceasement with my leverage. Yes, but they are charging me with that they want me to give them a deceasement for themselves. If I get one, if I'm deceased, so is everybody who's not myself deceased. They all want to talk to me right one-on-one with myself, right to myself, that they want to talk to me with as much authority as I have to speak with myself, to the creation of myself. They want that too. Well, how are you going to pay for that? This is because you are skipping all of that. Are we getting close to deceasement already? That's so good, because I need to rest after what you just did to me, which is you skipped all the motions that I'm not in my house for when you have this kind of problem with everybody who's not myself. They were alive outside of my house was why there are so many houses. That's not why I'm alive here. They're alive around that there are many houses. They're not alive here because I'm alive here. They can alive with the genitals because I have genitals. But my genitals, I'm not a feeder. Well, somebody bought me this water and didn't bring me any more, but I got water from somebody else. And that's not really paid for. Well, if he didn't want to buy me more water, I don't want to live here anymore. I need a death on myself. Well, he didn't want to pay the cashier again, or he can't? He can't, why not? He can't show off that he's employed and he has credentials and he can just take things and leave? He could just tell me to get out. Well, you've been giving yourself permission about this bottle of water problem. It's not full all the way to the top before I open this seal here, the cap. Well, that's easy for you, isn't it? Did you solve that problem for yourself? Let me solve a problem for myself. Yeah, I need a death on myself by July 1st, year 2025. We're somewhere in June right now. I didn't pay June's rent, but I'm still here. You forgive me. Oh, thank you. I didn't pay June's rent and I'm still here, but I saw you do crime in front of myself and you didn't put those people in jail or prison. Why did they even do the crime? You wanted me to know that I was paying the rent by letting someone do crime right in front of me, and they still talk right to me. They didn't do anything wrong. I'm the one who didn't pay the rent that made them do the crime. Well, what about you? You just did a crime on me too. You sold me a whole case of water with the maintenance man who said if he doesn't bring me any more water, I need to be out by the time I run out of water. I need to be out by the time the smoke alarm, fire alarm goes off. I need to be out by the time I run out of food because I can't be laying in here in a bed with no food because it's hungry. So I have to be outside somewhere waiting for someone to offer me food like God, as if they would offer me anything like God. Anyway, ever. Never. Am I giving myself away to you? You don't like it because it's not good news. Yeah, well, you should be elsewhere saying you don't like something about yourself because you don't say yes to alive with itself. Why not? Supposedly you're excused by that Jesus is not alive, the one who formed you, and you have some sort of mental problems because Jesus isn't moving you around. Yeah, but you have 2 eyes, a nose, and a mouth. If you don't know how to death yourself, you're not allowed to be in my creation anywhere ever. You're illegally in a world at all.